India is home to 1.4 billion people. In the history of the Olympic Games, however, that scale has rarely translated into the medal count you might expect from the world's most populous nation. This chart breaks down the Indian sports market. A single sport captures over 90% of all viewership in the country. That extreme concentration was the result of high-stakes, multi-billion-dollar planning that converted a national hobby into a system-wide monopoly. Decades ago, field hockey served as the primary engine for national pride, fueled by 6 successive Olympic gold medals between 1928 and 1956. For cricket to dismantle that legacy and capture the nation's psyche, it required a highly specific, catalytic historical event. In 1983, an underdog squad led by Kapil Dev achieved a result few thought possible, beating the world's dominant powers to win the World Cup. For a developing nation, it was a rare moment of global validation. This victory provided the spark. The sport's actual spread depended on the unique mechanics of gully cricket, informal matches played in India's narrow streets. Unlike hockey or football, which required dedicated fields and expensive gear, cricket has a barrier to entry of nearly zero. You can play in any alleyway with a scrap of wood and a cheap tennis ball. This zero-friction accessibility allowed the euphoria of the 1983 win to take root instantly, embedding cricket into the daily life of every neighborhood in the country. In 1991, India began dismantling its economic restrictions, opening the gates for a new era of private media infrastructure. Satellite television quickly reached millions of middle-class living rooms, creating a vast, untapped audience that broadcasters were desperate to monetize. To capture this new wealth, corporate brands and networks needed a singular face that could represent the aspirations of the entire country. They found that face in Sachin Tendulkar. Media coverage transformed him from an athlete into a cultural symbol, embodying the upward mobility and global ambitions of the Indian middle class. Through multilingual radio and satellite TV, his games became a shared national ritual, creating a level of fame that brands could directly convert into advertising revenue. Multinational corporations realized that attaching their brands to cricket was the most efficient way to reach the Indian consumer. This realization triggered a massive shift in capital, as advertising and sponsorship budgets moved exclusively into the cricket ecosystem. Olympic and non-cricket sports were systemically drained of funding, while capital concentrated in a single place. By the late 90s, this massive shift in capital created a financial barrier that other sports had no way to scale, effectively locking out the competition. This system entered its most aggressive phase in 2008 with the launch of the Indian Premier League. The IPL re-engineered the sport, moving it away from long-form endurance and into a compressed 3-hour format designed specifically for primetime television. The league integrated Bollywood glamour and celebrity franchise ownership, attracting a massive new demographic of viewers who had never previously followed the sport. This chart shows the financial result. In 2023, IPL media rights sold for $6.4 billion. That deal made it the second most valuable sports property on the planet per match, surpassing the English Premier League and trailing only the NFL. This effectively signaled that cricket was no longer competing in the sports category. Instead, the match became a platform for external industries, from software design to film promotion. This concentration of capital has a hidden consequence, a severe talent pipeline constraint. For an athletic prodigy in India, cricket is the only sport that offers a scaled, reliable pathway out of poverty to guaranteed financial security. India does not lack the talent required to win. It lacks a financial ecosystem that rewards talent in anything other than a single sport. New government programs and private investments in distance running and women's sports are now trying to force a baseline reset in how those resources are distributed. When Indian athletes are actually supported by infrastructure and funding, they prove they can compete at the highest global levels. The question is whether India can dismantle its own capital concentration in time to become a multi-sport power by the 2028 Olympics. Or is the cricket monopoly simply too profitable to break? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.